There's a place tucked deep inside Oregon's forests, a town called Raven Hollow. No one visits, no one leaves. The locals never talk about the people who go missing, because in Raven Hollow, silence is survival. For over 70 years, people have disappeared without a trace. Not stolen, not murdered, just gone. They say the forest takes them, and when the wind howls through the trees, you can still hear their names whispered back. Emily Carter hadn't stepped foot in Raven Hollow for 10 years, not since her younger brother Noah vanished on a summer hike. She was just 17 then. Now, she's an investigative journalist, older, sharper, and full of questions no one ever dared to ask. She returned not for justice, but for truth. Her first night in the Hollow Pines Motel was quiet, until the mirror fogged up with words she hadn't written. He still calls from the trees. And worse, the voice she heard in the darkness wasn't a stranger's, it was Noah's. Locals told Emily about a place, off the maps, beyond the trees. An abandoned asylum that once treated patients for spiritual illness. Inside, she found old journals, scribbled pages about rituals, sacrifices, and an entity known only as the Hollow. It watches, one entry read. It waits. It feeds on grief. That night, Emily dreamed of her brother, pale, hollow-eyed, standing in the woods, whispering, "You left me here." She woke screaming, but her door was still locked, and muddy footprints trailed from the foot of her bed to the window. With nowhere else to turn, Emily followed the trail of symbols carved into trees, leading her deep into the forest, to a clearing filled with bones and ash. The site of the ritual. She read the incantation aloud, hoping to speak to her brother's spirit, but instead, something answered. A shadow with no form, a whisper with no mouth, a hunger that latched onto her soul. The forest turned against her. The wind screamed, and she realized too late she hadn't called Noah. She had called it. The Hollow spoke through Noah's voice. It offered a trade. Stay here, and he can leave. Emily hesitated. Her whole life, she searched for answers. But some answers demand blood. She walked to the edge of the clearing, tears in her eyes. "Take me," she whispered, and the shadows swallowed her. The next morning, hikers found Noah Carter alone at the forest's edge, 10 years older, trembling, but alive. No one ever saw Emily again. But sometimes, when the fog rolls in and the wind whistles through Raven Hollow, a woman's voice calls out, "Stay out of the trees." Sometimes the truth we chase is darker than the lie we live with. Emily gave everything for a single answer, only to find that some doors, once opened, never close. In Raven Hollow, love may save a soul, but sacrifice is the price of the truth. If this story gripped your soul, don't walk away just yet. Hit subscribe and follow me into the dark, because here, every story costs something, and the next one might cost you.